everybody who sent in their messages for today's free teacher tutorial type thingy-majiggy. I'm going to start off with a breathing exercise, which is great for SEN children and adults, great for all children and adults. It's really inclusive. All you need to be able to do is to move your arms and your hands and to be able to squeeze and release. The other thing you need to be able to do is to be aware of your breath, because we're going to breathe in through our nose and we're going to breathe out through our mouth. Okay, so if those criteria are things that your children or your adults can do and participate in, then great. This is something that would be lovely for you to try with them. But before we start, I just want to explain why this breathing exercise is so good. So when we squeeze our hands together, it creates tension within the body, which is, it gives a really good sensory feedback to your body and brain systems. It's just really good. It's tensing everything up. If you're, did you hear that? It makes a funny noise as well. If you're feeling stressed inside, this physical feeling as we tense really mimics the feelings that are going on inside your emotional state. So as we breathe in, we squeeze. And as we breathe out, we're going to slowly release and let go of that grip, okay? And what that does is at the same time as we're releasing our breath, we're releasing our body, the tension in our body, and it really helps us to feel physically that we're letting go of the stress and we're calming down, and also emotionally that we're letting go of the stress, anxiety, anything like negativity, we're letting go and we're calming down. Okay, so have a go with me. It's really important that you do these things before you try them with anyone else, because you'll think of your own ways that you want to discuss and introduce them, okay? And also you'll feel the benefits as well. So get yourself really comfortable. I'm going to sit down with my legs crossed, and we want to bring our hands together. So if you wanted to be like yoga-y, then you can say we're going to bring our hands together at heart center like this. You might want to start with namaste, and then we're going to fold our hands, okay? So first of all, practice squeeze, slowly release, squeeze, slowly release, squeeze, slowly release. Okay, once your children have been able to do that and they've grasped that and you've checked everyone's able to do that, you can move on to adding in the breath, okay? So as we squeeze, we're going to breathe in through our nose, okay? So ready? And as you release, do so really softly and gently, and over a period of time we're going to breathe in. So you might want to do a few breaths after you've done your squeeze and release, just with your hands on really gently relaxed, resting in the lap or on your knees, okay? And then you may want to go back to squeeze and release. So remember that you can tell the children or adults that it's up to them, it's their choice. They can have their eyes open and they can fix their focus on something. Maybe there's a picture in the room that they really like, or they just want to look down at the ground, or anything, okay? So anything that they want to look at is fine. But they need to not be just wandering around like this, okay? So a fixed focus on something, or they can close their eyes, okay? So sometimes people can get a bit nervous about closing their eyes. So here's a tip, okay, to help people feel a little bit more at ease about closing their eyes, because we feel vulnerable when we have our eyes closed. So you can start by doing something separate about eye closing even, or just going straight into it with this. with this activity, sorry. So all I would do is say, now if you want to, you can gently close your eyes. Can you still hear my voice? That's great. I'm still here. I'm still going to be talking to you. Nothing has changed except you have your eyes closed so you can relax. And remember, if at any point you want to have a little peek to check I'm still there, then you can, that's fine. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, so that's how I would introduce closing your eyes. I know it seems like so simple, like people should just close their eyes, but it can be quite a big thing for someone to be that trusting to close their eyes. So remember that even just closing eyes can be a real issue for some people, and they may want to keep their eyes open, and that is fine. So we've done our breathe in and out, in and out, in and out. That was the breathing. The next thing I would like to remind you about is something called the cuddle cave. So I taught this in my family yoga last half term, and it's coming back into loads of my stories for the summer term. I love it, the children love it, and I think beyond just enjoying and loving it, the idea of it even is it works, and it's such a good tool for children to have. Okay, so here is how we do a cuddle cave. So we're going to sit with our bottoms on the floor and our feet on the floor. Hope you can see that, okay? And all we're going to do is we're going to bend forward and hug our legs like this. So we're wrapping our arms around, and you can gently rock from side to side like this. Now I'm going to pop my head down. So you can put your head in between your legs if you want. You might need to shuffle your bottom back like this, and then you can rock. And whilst you're down there, you can be doing your breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Another way that children like to do this is to pop their arms underneath. Okay, so they're putting their arms into the cuddle cave like this, and then they're popping their head down. Again, you can say that children can close their eyes or they can keep them open. It is up to them. They can keep their eyes open and look around inside their cave. Now, within the last lesson that I did exploring a cuddle cave with my children, at the end of the activity, we made something to cuddle, okay? We made ourselves a cuddle monster. So that's something that you could introduce as well. Most early year settings will have cuddly toys and teddies and such. So you could always ask the children to go and get themselves a cuddly toy or teddy to do this with. And they can put their cuddly toy or teddy inside the cave, and they can play with them or cuddle them in there. Okay? A cuddle cave for a grown-up is something that I'm sure you've all heard of, okay? It's called child's pose. Okay. So we're going to start kneeling down like this. We're just going to sit back onto our heels. If you find this tricky, or if the adults in your class find this tricky, you can simply get a cushion and pop that under there. That can make it easier, okay? And then all I want you to do is walk your fingers forwards like this, okay? Now, some people may find it more comfortable to have their knees apart and to go forwards. I always do. Like this, okay? If someone can only get this far, then a good idea is to get some pillows, or if you have yoga blocks, then you can get your yoga blocks for them to put their forehead onto, okay? So they're not overstretching themselves, they're not creating any tension or pain in the body. The idea of child's pose is to fully relax and internally massage your body, okay? So we're going to go all the way down, like this, and we're going to pop our forehead on the floor, okay? Now once my forehead's on the floor, I'm going to be rocking my head from side to side like this on the floor, massaging my forehead, okay? So this is great at getting rid of any headaches, and also it's really fantastic for stress and anxiety. So if you're even feeling stressed or anxious about work, this is a brilliant thing to do, okay? It's a real good positive vibes pose. I normally do this before my classes, always, okay? So we're going to go down like this,
pop your head on the floor and rock it from side to side. You can do this a few times and then just settle yourself down and relax.
Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, and really relax your muscles. The more you relax your muscles, the more comfortable the pose will be, and it will just feel really, really lovely. Okay? Also, when you're down there, sometimes you like to stretch your arms out like this.
And sometimes also you can bring them up like this. You might want to twiddle your wrists round.
Have a go. You have a go right now. Get down on the floor and have a go. Okay, I hope those little tips have been really helpful. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know if you're planning to use them, when you're planning to use them, how you're planning to use them. I might be able to help you further. And also, please, 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 please let me know how it goes when you actually have a go at using it, okay? I would really love to hear your feedback. I'm sure it will be totally magical. And if for some reason it's not totally magical, get back in touch and I will have a think about what happened and how I can help you further. Okay, well, have a great half term. Bye.